Brian Boyle acquired by the Leafs yesterday. You heard that, and you said to yourself, what?
I said to myself, it's an improvement with their bottom six, and now you can ice a line with someone you're not concerned about from a shot metrics point of view, from any sort of metrics point of view. It's if the lesson in the NHL right now, Elliot, is whenever you get a chance to upgrade with skill, do it. Then the Maple Leafs win this trade because they've improved their lineup. I would imagine at the end of the season they'll want to hopefully get Brian Boyle under a longer-term contract. He'll help the bottom six, and wherever you can improve, and this seems to be the lesson, you do it. And the Maple Leafs did that yesterday. Mike Babcock really does place a premium on faceoffs. He'll help there right away. He has size, he has experience. To me, considering that you only gave up Byron Froese in the draft pick, this to me seems as close to being. It's not a huge deal, right? So this comes to as close to being sort of a home run trade for the Maple Leafs as anyone's made so far, outside of what Washington did with Kevin Shattenkirk.
Jeff Marek, our guest, 8 o'clock is when it all kicks off on Sportsnet. You can follow along on sportsnet.ca. The starting lineup with you tomorrow, obviously at 5:30, with some of the big Sportsnet names to get you prepped for an exciting Wednesday. I agree, and from an experience perspective, I know you can overrate experience, and we all can do it and say, do you need 9, 10? Do you need to be the 94 Rangers with all these rings in the room? But the one thing I think Brian Burke really misstepped on, Jeff, was having nobody. I mean, nobody like a Brian Boyle who played 50 games in 2 straight playoff seasons with the Rangers in Tampa. There was nobody on that 13 team. I mean, Lupul had played a handful of playoff games. Nobody with playoff experience. And now Boyle's playoff experience dwarfs everybody else on the Maple Leafs.
The one thing that I think we're learning with young teams right now in 2017, and maybe you call it the Oilers rule. If you're going to have a young team, if you're going to have a lot of kids, a lot of rookies in the lineup, you need to have veterans around to sort of shepherd them, to show them the way, but they can't be out of touch with the kids. Like that was the Oilers lesson, wasn't it? I mean, they would bring in Ryan Smith and bring in Andrew Ference, and in no way could Jordan Eberle or Taylor Hall relate to these guys. There were different life experiences, different places in their life as well. You still need to have players, A, that can be in the lineup consistently 5-on-5, and B, can still relate to players, can still relate to young kids. I get the impression that Brian Boyle is that guy more so than a Ryan Smith was to a Taylor Hall. Do you get that impression as well? Because I do.